guys, welcome back. Let me be the first to admit the title of this video is a little bit of an exaggeration, but just hear me out. I have mentioned all of these products at different points in time, but essentially this video is going to be holy grail products that are crucial to my routine, but that I never think to talk of anymore. They're just products that I use on autopilot. They're ingrained into my routine. You know, you're not going to see them in a favorites video. I wouldn't say that they're forgotten because I do use all of these products a lot, but they're just products that are overlooked, especially when I'm thinking about what I want to share with you guys in my videos. So I wanted to make a video to share the love because all of these products have been game changers for me. I did think about titling this video like forgotten favorites or most repurchased products or something like that, but neither of those was really a good fit. So we are here with holy grail products that I never talk about / haven't talked about in a really long time. All the products will be linked down below as always, but let's get into it. So we're going to start off with a really random one, and that is the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer. This is also known as just the Jar Concealer by NYX, and I have the shade Porcelain. Now I use this for a very specific purpose. I'm not really a fan of like little pot concealers for around my eyes or blemishes or anything like that. What I actually use this for is to sculpt out my brows. This is a very important step in my routine because I'm not going to lie, when I first go in with my brow pencil, I'm a little bit sloppy and a little bit messy, and that is partially because I know that I'm going to go in with this concealer and clean up those edges, and that is how I get that nice sharp edge underneath my brow and also on the tail and get everything really nice and crisp. The thing is, I am extremely picky with what concealer I will use to do this because it can't be just anything. Essentially, you need the product to basically erase your brow pencil, brow powder, pomade, whatever you are using. Some concealers, when you go to clean up those edges, they kind of mix in with the brow product and, you know, they end up looking kind of gray and muddy. This completely covers everything up, and then when I set it with powder, it does stay put. It doesn't smudge. My brows don't smudge around throughout the day, which is very important. You get 8 grams of product, which is a ton when you are using it just for small little detailing like around your brows. You can see it's seriously like so full. And this is my second jar of this. But the first one lasted me seriously years. Like I think I had it for like 3 years, which is kind of gross, but I think it's seriously like under $10. It's a great bang for your buck for that reason. And I just use this with the Wayne Goss number 8 brush. It's just like the tiniest little flat detailer brush. The next product is the Too Faced Glitter Glue. Game changer, you guys. I started using this back when I worked at Sephora, and I did just finally buy my second tube of it, you guys. Back when I worked at Sephora, people were always asking me, how do you get your shadows to pop the way that they do? Like, how do you get so much pigment and so much vibrancy? And it is seriously this. I do not use this for glitter. I use this for just any old shadow. Basically, after I blend my matte shadows into my crease, I will take a tiny little dab of this on my ring finger, pat it onto my lids, and then I will pack my lid shades over top of it. Because this does provide a nice tacky base, it essentially allows any eyeshadow to perform at its absolute full potential. And it also does prevent fallout as well as fading and creasing throughout the day. The reason I dab this onto my lid after blending out my crease is because it is sticky. Shadows do tend to kind of stick to it in a funny way if you're really trying to blend them out. So this is kind of like a finishing touch kind of product. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to dab a little bit of this onto my hand, and I'm going to swatch the same shadow on its own and then over top of the glitter glue just to show you guys the difference, because this is seriously like a magic weapon. It can take the worst eyeshadow in the world and turn it into like Pat McGrath quality. I'm not even joking. So I'm going to take kind of a darker shimmery purple shadow, a shadow that's often kind of hard to formulate, and swatch it. And you guys will see it looks fine, but it's not like super pigmented, super opaque. It's like a little bit muddy. Now I'm going to swatch that same shadow over Too Faced Glitter Glue, and you guys will see, like, look how pigmented and opaque that is. It's just a lot more vibrant, and it really pops, and it also really brings out the shimmer in the shade because it does prevent that fallout. It's just one of those products that I think literally everyone needs to own. Next up is the RCMA No Color Powder. Now I have taken this out of the original packaging and just put it into like a plain little jar. I just got this on eBay. It was like $1.50 from China. It was free shipping. I had to wait like 3 months for it, but it was worth it. It's actually like really nice quality, so I'll try and link them down below as well. And this product is one of the reasons I couldn't title this like most repurchased products, because I've never actually had to repurchase this, because you get seriously so much product in the original jar. I'm honestly never going to get through this. That's a lie. Now that I've made it this far, I will get through it eventually, but I have been using this product pretty much non-stop for 2 years, and I'm sure all of you guys have heard about this product. It's just a very simple white translucent powder. There's just something about this powder that no matter how many other face powders I try, I think I'm always going to come back to this. I'm constantly reaching for it, and I like it because it's just so simple. You know, I've mentioned I like no muss, no fuss kind of products. I like that this is no frills. It's just a basic white translucent powder. It sets your makeup, it gets the job done. It amazingly doesn't have any flashback. I don't often take flash photos, but I have with this powder, and I can attest to the fact that it is flashback free. The kind of weird thing is, I know a lot of people with a drier skin type do like this powder. When I used this when I was on Accutane, I actually didn't like it as much. I found it was just a little bit too drying, a little bit too chalky when my skin was dry, but like for normal days, you know, for my regular skin when it's more oily, I do really love this powder. It's not super oil controlling or mattifying, that's not what I'm looking for, but it does really lock the makeup in place, and for the price, you seriously can't beat it. Like, it's under $15, I think, US. The next product is my Holy Grail contour powder. This is another product that I have used every single day for years and years now, and it is Anastasia Fawn. I just popped this out of the contour palette and I have it in a little Makeup Forever eyeshadow single because it fits perfectly in here. The thing with this, I'm not sure if they discontinued this individual shade because the past couple times I've gone to link it in a video, I can't find it on Sephora or on the ABH website, which makes me really sad, but I believe it is still in the original Anastasia contour kit. And honestly, one day when I run out of this, I'll probably just repurchase the entire kit if I can't buy this separately, because I do really like the highlight shades in that palette as well. I've actually completely used them up, hence why I depotted this. But there's just something about this shade that is perfect for my skin tone. Like I said, I wear it every single day. This is what I always use to contour with. I'm wearing it today. If you've ever wondered what I use to contour, this is always, always, always it. I think it's just the perfect balance of like a little bit cool tone, but not too gray or ashy looking. Like, for example, years ago I tried NYX Taupe Blush, which is another really popular contouring shade, and it just looked so muddy and gray on my skin because my skin is more neutral. I do have like a little bit of warmth in my skin, so I can't use something that is too ashy once again, or cool tone. So I think this is just perfect because it mimics that natural shadow on my skin without making me look like I'm dressing up as a zombie. But in general, obviously this isn't going to work for everyone's skin tone. So if you are a different skin tone than I am, I would just recommend checking out the Anastasia contour refills in general and finding one that would be suitable for you because the formula is also fantastic. Next up is my beloved Hourglass Diffuse Light Ambient Lighting Powder. I cannot remember the last time I talked about this in a video, you guys. I'm actually now on my third. I just repurchased it during the Sephora spring sale. You get a lot of product in here, you guys. It's heavy, it's like domed on the top, it is 10 grams of product, so even using up one is like a feat in itself. To use up multiple, I deserve some kind of makeup award. No, but seriously, the ambient lighting powders are just a product that are forever going to have my heart. They are incredible, and they are my secret to having beautiful glowing skin. Diffuse light in particular is a pale yellow, as you guys can see. So right now, I am a little bit tan. I've got some self-tan on, which I'm going to talk about later in the video. But when I'm at my more typical fair complexion, this is seriously the most beautiful product because that slight little bit of yellow in it neutralizes any red or pink tones in the skin. And it literally does just give your skin this beautiful, diffused, blurred, glowing, perfect appearance. Just to be clear, it's not really a highlight. It's not a product you're really going to apply on the high points of your face. You could if you want a really subtle highlight, but I typically use this under my eyes or even just to set my entire face or kind of as like a finishing powder even. And it is just a thing of beauty, you guys. I do really love the ambient lighting powders in general. Like, I also have the ambient lighting trio, as you guys know. I honestly don't even know how I still have this. You can see I've like used up the shade in the center completely, but I still have radiant light and dim light in here as well. I used a little bit of this dusted onto my face today since I am going for a more bronze tan look. They're of course pricey because they're Hourglass, but they're just amazing. What can I say? This is my final makeup product, and the reason I haven't talked about this product or used it in a really long time is actually because I lost it. And I didn't have it for quite a while and I was really upset about it. I actually just recently purchased it in a palette. I got this little Benefit blush bar palette, and the shade I'm talking about is their Rockateur Boxed Powder Blush. If you've been following me for a long time, then you know how much I love this blush. Actually, if you've been following me for a long time, probably none of these products will be surprising to you, like if you've really kept up with my videos over the years. But this is probably what I would consider my #1 favorite blush. It's what I'm wearing today. Once again, I've obviously got highlight and bronzer on and everything too, but the reason I love this blush is because it goes with absolutely everything. Like, you can pair this with literally any makeup look, no joke. From like a super natural, minimal, no makeup look all the way to like black lips and colored eyebrows. Seriously, it goes with everything. Don't know how it does it. It also has the most beautiful satiny sheen, so it just gives like a really nice natural glow to the skin so you don't look dull. And a lot of you guys have actually messaged me like over the years saying that you've tried this blush because of me and that you love it. Like if you are someone who feels like you can't wear blush because it always looks over the top and it just doesn't suit your skin tone, I really urge you to try this blush. Even just like go to Sephora and have someone apply it on your face if you don't want to buy it, because it seriously is so flattering and so stunning on the skin. If I could only own one blush, it would be Benefit Rockateur. That's a big claim for me to make because you guys know I love my blush, but it's seriously just foolproof. We're getting down to the end of it, you guys, but I could not make this video without taking a few moments to talk about teeth whitening. I've been whitening my teeth for a very long time. I've mentioned this before, but I've literally been whitening my teeth for like 10 years. Shout out to my parents who are super cool and let me whiten my teeth as like a preteen. But naturally, I've tried a few different products over the years, and it's something I get a lot of questions about, and I have to say none of them have compared to these guys right here. We all know the Crest 3D white strips, and I have tried, I think, 3 varieties of the Crest white strips because they have so many different options to choose from, but there's something about these ones in particular that are incredible. These are the 3D White Luxe Supreme Flex Fit Whitening Strips. I try to whiten my teeth about every 6 months or so, and because I have been whitening my teeth for so long, my teeth are already pretty white to begin with. So, you know, I'm not looking for a product that's going to take my teeth from yellow to white. I'm looking for the product that's going to take my teeth from white to Ross Geller, and this does that for me. I just did another round of these and like my teeth are pretty white, in my opinion. I do drink coffee, and I find the main thing is that my teeth do get a little bit discolored, like around the tops and I guess the bottoms of my bottom row of teeth, you know, just along my gum line basically, they get a little bit yellowed, and the main thing is that this really helps even them out. And you do notice results with the first application, and like every day as you use them, you will notice your teeth getting whiter with every single use. And one of the things that I have mentioned in the past that I feel like with this kit in particular that really helps take your smile to the next level is that you do get 14 treatments or applications in here. So it's enough to whiten your teeth for 2 full weeks. Most products, all the products I've tried in the past, aside from Crest white strips, have either 1 week, or most Crest 3D white strips I believe have 10 days worth. So I feel like that extra even 4 days really just gets your teeth extra white. And the other thing I love about these is the fact that they don't budge. They really grip onto your teeth, and you honestly will forget you have them on. Like I wear them when I'm like walking my dog. I've worn them like at the pool, like at the hot springs. I've worn them on a plane. I can talk totally normally with them in. They're really not that noticeable, and they don't slip around. I've mostly used whitening trays before I tried these, and with whitening trays they're really hard to keep in place. You end up like drooling uncontrollably. It's just a mess. So these are so easy, and this is not sponsored by Crest. This video is not sponsored by anyone, but I do really love these. And also the Crest 3D white toothpaste is another product I have been using for years, and it's like the only toothpaste I will use. One thing I feel like some people have kind of a misconception with whitening toothpaste: this product on its own is not going to have the same effects as white strips. This just helps more in between whitenings for me to keep my smile really bright and vibrant and white. And finally, I want to talk about loving tan, you guys. I don't talk about self-tanning that much on my channel, and it's not something I ever really do consistently. I mostly do it before special occasions or if I'm going to be traveling, but loving tan is my absolute favorite. I just have the shade medium, which is for light to medium skin tones, and I applied this last week, and I don't know what it was about this application, but I seriously got so dark. I would show you guys, but I'm at the point now where it's kind of fading and getting a little bit ratchet looking. Like I've got like a line here from washing my hands, but you can see like how dark it is, and that's already like considerably faded. This is the 2 Hour Express Deluxe Bronzing Mousse as well, so you pump it out onto a self-tanning mitt, rub it in circular motions, and then 2 hours later you rinse it off. I usually leave it on longer. Like I'll usually sleep with it on. It doesn't transfer to my clothing or stain my bed sheets or anything like that. It is really fantastic. And I also don't find it smells at all either, so whenever I am wanting to be super bronze and tan, I always reach for this. And it really does just have like the most natural tone to it. Like I find like the hue that it gives me, that looks so bad, but the hue that it gives me is just so identical to my natural tan. I went over to my mom's house the other day quickly after I had applied this, and her jaw literally dropped. She was like, "What are you using? I need to get my hands on that." And I was like, "It's Loving Tan. I've literally been using this for over a year now. Where have you been?" But I will say that this application in particular got like very dark. I think everyone already knows how amazing Loving Tan is. Everyone raves about it. It is so worth the hype. Summer's right around the corner, so go get you some Loving Tan. That that's going to be it for this video, you guys. I feel like this video has gotten so much longer than I was expecting it to be. I've been filming for forever, so thank you so much if you have made it this far. I love you to bits. There was also a lot of other products that I could have fit into this video, but I feel like just coincidentally I've mentioned them in other videos recently after a very long time of not talking about them, like Benefit Roller Lash, for example, like Moroccan Oil, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. They would have all fit into this category, but I've just happened to mention them in other videos recently. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you found it interesting or helpful or you just enjoyed it. Go follow me on social media. I'm at SariReanna on Twitter and Instagram, and hit that subscribe button down below if you're new to my channel, but I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys!